Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork, and today we're going to be adding in some weight to some exercises. So if you would like to do that as well, I recommend anywhere between 1 pound to 5 pounds. Nothing more than that really is needed. They are also optional. So we're not going to be using weights on every single exercise, just a few. And this entire class can be done without them. So if you don't have them, don't want them, no worries. You'll still get a great workout. And then the only other one prop that you may need, if you are someone that likes that lumbar support for roll-ups and roll-downs, or for even a pelvic stability for some people, you can certainly bring that in. A folded up hand towel works great. You can use that. Otherwise, you don't need anything else, and we will get going. So start from a nice seat here. And from this seat, think about growing tall from your tailbone to the head, and maybe ears, shoulders, and hips are in alignment or as best as you can. And then from here, we'll go into some neck stretches. I'm just going to take the chin down to the chest. Just letting gravity get that stretch. And now, if you don't have a neck issue and you want something a little bit deeper here, you can take your hands and you're just going to place them on the occiput. That's where the part of the skull curves right before the neck. And you can just put them here. So there's no pulling or tugging. Gravity is giving you that extra stretch. And then once you're ready, good, we'll release and come to center. Good. So most people can only really take the chin or the gaze where the ceiling and the wall meet. But if you've got no neck issues and you're able to take that all the way back there, you can. You'll get a stretch through the throat. And then we'll gently take that head back to center. Good. Left ear, left shoulder. So you might feel a pulling here. That's okay as long as pain's not involved with it, but don't let the shoulder come up. Take it down, take it back if you can. And coming back up, going to the other side, same thing. Down and back with the opposite shoulder. And coming back to center, shoulders and chest stay forward as you look to the left. Maybe taking the right shoulder back a little bit. And center, and looking to the right, taking the left shoulder back just a little bit. And coming back to center. So let's do just a little bit of breathing review. So in Pilates, as we inhale through the nose, we want to try to find an expansion of that rib cage. And then as we exhale through the mouth, usually kind of a pursing of the lips like this. Then you want to really draw that belly button into the spine. So we'll take a few of those. You're welcome to have hands maybe on the low rib cage here just so you can feel. But from here, we're going to inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Try to keep that throughout our inhales and exhales. If that fails you, remember the most important thing is to just breathe. So let's take that back up. Big inhale. Exhale. Side bending over. Really reaching. Inhale. Exhale. As you come back, inhale. Exhale. Okay. And you want to also practice this with a nice long arm. So you get a little bit more engagement down the side when you do that versus just letting this go. Good. And then from here, big inhale. Exhale. Taking it up, big inhale. Rotate. Rolling shoulders back. Good. Inhale. And return. Inhale. And rotate. Rolling shoulders back. And once you're ready, inhale. And return. We'll be doing a little bit of shoulder work today, so let's just kind of open them up a little bit. So just take your arms out, find some nice rotation. Good. And then palms up to the ceiling, hands to the shoulders, just move forward and back. Forward and back. If this feels good, and if this is the extent of what you want to do, you can. If you want to take this into some circles, you can certainly do that as well. And reverse directions if you took the circles. Good. And then just shake that out. We're going to come to all fours. So if you need wrist, hand cushion, knee cushion, go ahead and bring those in as needed. Otherwise, just coming onto the hands and knees. We're going to spread the fingers nice and wide here. And I'm rooting through the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb. Shoulders are over the wrists or slightly behind them. Tops of the feet are down. Knees are under the hips and slightly wider if you've got a cranky low back. So from here, belly button is in. I'm protracted. Inhale, chest forward, pelvis tilts back, cow pose. Exhale, really press away, mad cat pose. Inhale on the extension. Exhale on the flexion. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now, if you need to come back for a moment and decompress, go ahead and do so. We're going to do an opposite arm, opposite leg, and we'll add weights in here because it's one of my favorite weight exercises. So for me on this one, I've got 1 pound, 2 pound, and 5 pound weights here, and I'm going to bring in my 2 pounders for this one. Good. And so from here, where I want to start, I'm going to be lifting my right arm first. So I'm going to have that weight on that right side. So, but from here, I want to take the left leg back, pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mound, getting that nice stretch, letting that hip drop slightly. So by letting the left side of the hip drop slightly, you're evening out the pelvis. Good. Now from here, we're going to check ourselves before we add in weight. So you can lift that left leg a little bit or a lot. You can point that foot if that's okay. You can pick up the weight. Palm's going to face down, and then we'll lift about shoulder height. So this should be pretty intense, pretty quick, no matter what kind of weight you're using here. And then from here, we'll tap that down, squeeze the shoulder, squeeze the glute as you lift. And tap, and lift, and tap, and lift, and tap, and lift. Hold, hold, hold. Belly button is in. Press out of the supporting shoulder, and then we'll take that down. Good. Release. Bring the knee back in. Child's pose. Decompress. Whatever it is you need. We'll take a weight to the left side. And then once you're ready, good. Coming back to all fours. Right leg's going to come back. Pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. Pressing back through that heel. Letting that right hip drop slightly. Good. Breathing. Good. And then from here, good. We'll come forward. A small lift or a hip height lift. You can point the foot. Good. We'll grab the weight, left hand. We'll lift up no higher than the shoulder. Make sure everything is okay here. And then once you're ready, good. We're going to tap, squeeze shoulder and glute 1. Tap, squeeze shoulder and lift 2. Inhale on the lower. Exhale on the lift. Inhale, exhale. Now hold. Belly button is in. Pressing out a supporting shoulder. Good. We'll take that down. Come in, child's pose. Good. So then from here, whenever you're ready, we're going to come supine, meaning on our back. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep my 2 pound weight. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just keep all my weights close by. And then if I need them or want to make changes, they are there. Good. So as I come onto my back, good. Just take a moment here. Make your feet as wide as the mat. Belly button is into the spine. So you're just letting it come in nice and deep. And then your arms can be anywhere that's comfortable. I'm going to rest mine right on the belly, and I'm just going to let my knees go side to side here. How far you go from one side to the other depends on your own body. Your low back, your hip, and your knees are in charge. So if they tell you to stop and not go any farther, then that's where you should stop. Good. And then once you're ready, we'll come back in. We'll bring the hips, knees, and toes back together here. Nice constructive rest pose. So rolling the shoulders back, I'm zipping up. We're going to go into some pelvic tilting work. So zipping up nice and tight. Good. So as I take the pubic bone back towards my face, so I'm rocking my pelvis back. I'm closing any space that may be under here, but I'm not squeezing the glutes or pressing into my feet with all of my might. Good. That's my posterior tilt. Okay. So I'm tilting it back, backside, posterior. Good. And then as I rock it forward, creating more space in the low back, but not so much that it hurts. Good. That's my anterior tilt. Anterior being front, tilting front. That's how you can remember that. Good. Also, anterior is the opposite of posterior, right? So from here, just rock back and forth. Good. I like to inhale on the anterior, exhale on the posterior. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Good. And then find your pelvic neutral, your safe neutral, somewhere in between that anterior and posterior tilt. We're going to take the knees into tabletop here. And I'm going to go ahead and have my 2-pounders close by. Good. So this is kind of helping you anchor just a little bit here. So belly button is in, and you can even kind of turn this way depending on how you need to anchor. Good. And we're going to go to toe tap. So belly button is in. Nothing changes at the knees. Angles only changing at the hip. It should say toe tap hovers. We're going to hover. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're warming up the core. Again. Good. Now, if that was challenging enough, we'll stay with those for a few more rounds. More challenge, zip those legs together, and we'll double time it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Watch your pelvis. We don't want it to rock forward and back. Stay stable. Try one more. Good. We'll take the feet back down. Now, I am going to leave these right here, and I'm going to grab my heavier one. So we're going to use the weight when we do our bridging, and I'm going to place them right at the hip crease. So right at the hip crease. So this first one, get dipping up that front body, pressing into the feet, getting into the glutes. We're just going to lift straight up and come back down. And we'll do that 3 more times. And press and lift and lower and lift and lower, and one more time, and lift and lower. Good. Now from here, we'll do that again. If you want to do it through the articulation, that bone by bone, rocking back and tilting up, you can. We'll do that here. We're going to hold this bridge once we get up there. So I'm going to rock my pelvis back, bone by bone, through that lumbar, through that rib cage, up to the mid back. And then once I'm here, good, I'm going to do a little dip, squeeze and lift. Dip, squeeze and lift, dip, squeeze and lift, dip, squeeze and lift. 2 more. Lift or dip, squeeze and lift, dip, squeeze and lift. And then from here, I'm going to roll out of here bone by bone. So from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and back down. Good. I'm going to put these to the side for a moment. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock, 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 side to side. Good. Now, we're going to take a chest lift here. So I'm going to start with my lower weight, and then I'm going to build up to a heavier one. So from here, let's do this without weights first. So big inhale, arms up. Exhale, nod the chin. I'm going to lift. I'm always looking towards the thighs. There's that little tuck in the chin. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Inhale and lift. Exhale, roll that down. Now, you can keep this easier keeping feet down. You can make this harder up in tabletop. So you choose. Again, more challenging with your weights. I've got my twos. So big inhale, exhale. I'm going to nod the chin. I'm going to come up. So the challenge here is to control your weight and not flop. Good. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. We're still in that C curve. Good. And lift. And lower. And lift. And pause. And lower that back down. Good. Now we're going to add on some legs here. So big inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin. Coming up. Good. And I'm just going to reach. And then split. Good. Now, you can keep the legs going here. This is a little challenging. Or if you want this to be more challenging, turn the palms up. Could you do triceps while doing your legs? Good. Now, this also can be done out of the C curve. So if you need to take the body down, you can. Good. And then from here, good. I'm going to come back to where I started. Arms lift and lower down. Feet to the floor. Gently bring those weights down and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. We're going to take this into a chest lift with rotation. So there's a couple things you can do. So you can put if you put two of your weights together, you're going to get double that amount, right? So you can do that. That's one way to make this more challenging. You can also just use one weight of your choice if you want to make that more challenging. So for me, because I'm more experienced, I'm going to take both of my 5s and I'm going to hold them together. So now I've got 10, and then I'm going to come up and cross with it. So I want my arms to be nice and long and strong here. And again, more challenge. You can come into tabletop here as well, but I'm going to keep my feet down. Good. So my arms are long, maybe a micro bend in the elbows and zipping up. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to C curve up. I'm going to go towards my right. Both hips are grounded. And then I'm going to come back down. And then let's take it up and go to the left. And down. Slow and controlled, especially if you're using 2 weights. And if you're using 2 5s, you want to not move too fast. Good. Right. To the left. And again. Keeping your hips grounded helps you keep this more in the torso and in the obliques, working that waistline. Let's do one more time to each side. Good. Now from here, don't hit them right over your face, just in case you drop them. That would be sad. Good. You can separate if you use 2 and take those down. Take the knees into the chest. Rock, rock, side to side. So we're going to give the weights a break here. We're going to go into our 100. So you can keep feet grounded for your 100s as you come up. You can be in tabletop or a long diagonal line. Okay. If you're doing tabletop or diagonal line, taking things in the external rotation, heels connected, hip, knees, and toes turning out, will give you the maximum challenge. So from here, taking this, we're going to take it. Arms are up. Big inhale. Exhale. See, curve it up, reaching long and strong. Good. We're going to pump those arms. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale shoulders down. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale lift up higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2. No, keep going here. I messed up that. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale hold. Lift the chest higher, reach deeper through the arms, and take that down. Woo! Sorry about my horrible counting there, but good. We can all do just maybe a little bit over. Good. I also realized one of my cues may not have been very clear, so I'm going to clarify that. So what I mean by shoulders down is we don't want shoulders up here by the ears. So we want them relaxed down, but you can still be up in a C curve if you need it, okay? And you can lower down out of a C curve at any time. If you're nice and tight and connected and you're still working your core. So no worries ever about that. I'm going to move my weight out of my way here because we're going to take a twist and I want my legs to be comfortable. I'm probably just going to move back a little bit here too. Good. So knees in tabletop position, arms up to the side. Let those knees come over to the right. Shoulder of the left side is down, maybe looking to the left. Breathe and expand. And once you're ready, good. One leg at a time or using your abs, coming back in. Good, reset if you need to do that. And then we're gonna take that to the other side. So knees are gonna come over to the left, right shoulder's grounded as I look to the right. And then once you're ready, one leg at a time, we're using your abs to bring everything back in. Good. We're going to transition here. So you can always roll over to your side and come up to a seat or roll like a ball. One of my favorite ways to transition and come up. So we're really going to work here. So I'm going to give different options for different people. And those of you that like that lumbar support, this is where you're going to bring it in. So I'm just going to go ahead and have that right there. Okay. So if you're newer or you're still working on some things, just remember you can bend the knees or take them long. Arms can come up here. You can do a half if you know you can't come up no matter what, and then come back up and work that way. You can just do a single roll down. Good. And then roll over to your side and come back up. Roll downs look easy, but they're really not if you have an inflexible spine. And if you have an inflexible spine, coming up in that flexion is hard. So work on your skills where you need to. And then those of you that have it and want to do the full with me can. So from here, big inhale. I'm going to tilt that pelvis back. So I'm in posterior tilt. Belly button is in. I'm going to try to keep my shoulders away from the shoulders away from the ears. I'm rolling down bone by bone. Good. And if you can reach back, because it's nice to get that nice full body stretch, you can. Inhale, hands right over the shoulders. Exhale. Good. You want to ideally keep the legs and feet down, coming up through center. Good. You can roll forward if you would like. I'm going to go into another one, so I'm going to keep that C-curve scoop going right into the next one. Inhale, exhale. And it helps when you're coming up. If you look, your chin will touch, look towards the toes. Look towards the toes as you come up. And I'm actually keeping my gaze on my toes as I roll down as well. Good. Inhale, exhale. Good. Let's do one more. And I really recommend these going nice and slow. When you go too fast, you have a tendency to add some momentum in there and you miss how this is supposed to feel. So this should not be, this should be challenging at all levels. It shouldn't be something where you feel like you could fall asleep doing this exercise. So big inhale, exhale, and coming forward. Good. All right. So we are going to roll back down, have your weight handy. So I'm going to probably come back with my 2s or 1 5. And actually, you know what? I might use both 5s because I know what's coming. So I'm just going to take those over there and roll that back down. Now, if this feels okay for you, you want to keep that there again. I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to take it out from underneath me. Good. So from here then, we're going to continue to work our abs. So we're going to do some opposite reaching. So a couple of ways you can do this. If you're doing it with one weight of your choice, legs are going to be up here, but you're just going to reach that way and reach that way. If you want to do it with 2, good, you'll have a weight in each hand. You'll come here and you're just reaching kind of that way. Okay. Now again, I could make this harder by taking both of my 5s together and doing it side to side here. Okay. You could do that. So choose what you want or need to do. And you can also do this without weights as well. Weights are not required. Weights just make it a little bit more challenging. So from here, whenever you're ready, we're going to take this to 20. That'll give you 10 on each side. Belly button is down, tailbone is heavy and connected. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Take that down and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Okay. From here, let us, where do I want to go from here? Let's go to a hamstring stretch. Hamstring stretch. So I'm going to put my weights to the side. Let's start on the right side. So I'm going to take my knee in. I'm going to grab behind. I'm going to travel up as high as I can go. Your left knee can be bent or extended long. Do what feels good to your body. You can point and flex here. Maybe rolling that ankle around. Okay. Maybe taking a moment to spread the toes wide and squeezing together. Good. Now from here, you can, if you can reach your big toe or your foot, that's great. That's where you can grip. Otherwise, take your hand wherever it needs to be, somewhere on the outside of here for support. Both hips are grounded. Let that right leg come out to the right. Wiggle around, find it where you need to find it. And really reach through that left side, especially if that leg is long. And once you're ready, we'll bring that up. I'm going to release my grip. I'm going to bend my knee, left hand on the outside of that right thigh. And I'm going to take this into a twist again to my left. So I'm getting an outer hip IT band stretch here. If your knee on the right side does not like that foot hanging down, bring that foot up in line with the knee. Some knees don't care, but some knees do. So take care of your joints. And when you're ready, we'll come back and we'll do that to the other side. So from here, I'm going to bring in my left knee. I'm going to reach up. I'm going to go where I can go. Right leg can be bent or extended long. Go where you can go. You can point and flex that foot. Maybe rolling that ankle around. Your popping is okay, as long as there's no pain associated with any snap, crackle, pop sounds. Just air in the joint. Like maybe spreading those toes wide and squeezing together a few times. Good. Now from here, again, just like the other side, find the grip that's appropriate for your body in this moment. You're going to take that leg out to the left. Both hips are grounded. Belly button always stays in on the series. You want to protect that low back. So as you get into the hips here with some of these, it also relieves the low back, tight hips, tight low back. So you always want to protect that belly button in. And we'll come back up. Good. We'll bend that knee, right hand on the outside of that left thigh. Good. Take a twist to the right. Good. Watch that foot. Protect that knee. Do what you need to do. And once you're ready, good. We're going to bring that back to center. Good. Now, from here, rolling over to your side, or a few rolls of the ball, we're going to come to a seat. And we're going to practice some stall work here. So for this, I'm going to recommend different weights for different things. I'm going to use my 1 pound when I go into full stall. So I've got those handy. And then I'm going to use 1 5-pound weight going into spine stretch forward. So again, this can be done without weight. So choose what you need to do. I'm going to take my arms forward. I'm going to peel myself off an imaginary wall. So I'm going to roll down. Good. So what the weight does, this gives you more resistance. So you have to work really hard. Take that belly button really in to keep your form here. And yeah, you're working your shoulders, but this is also sneaky core work with the weight. And so then from here, I'm going to stack bone by bone, coming all the way up to a seat. Could we do 3 more? Inhale, exhale. And you don't have to use a heavy weight here. You can always use 1 or 2 pounds, 3 or 4, depending on what it is you have. And then I'm going to round. I don't recommend too much more than 5 or 6 here, so I'm not doubling up my weight for a reason. Got to be really, really strong in the upper body to use a heavier weight here. And coming back up. Good. Now give everything a little bit of a rest. I'm going to put this weight to the side. We're going to take this into a side bend. So as we go from side to side, both hips stay grounded. The opposite doesn't pop up. You want to squeeze that low rib cage to the top of the hips together as best as you can. So big inhale, exhale, get that side bend, reaching over, nice long top arm. And coming through center, other side. And one more time each side. Side bends are an underrated stretch. It helps that low back and top of that hip so much. Good. And come down. So here's the saw. So obviously you can do this without weight. I'm going to grab my 1 pound. So my arms are out to the side. I'm going to rotate. Back hand comes down. I'm reaching. I'm stacking and coming back. And rotate. And reach and round. So it's almost like you're sawing off the pinky toe with your weight or the pinky finger. You're stacking and coming back. And rotate. And reach and round. Both hips stay grounded. Coming back up. And last time, last side. Rotate. Reach and round. Coming back up and back to center. Excellent. So from here, come back onto your back. We're going to go into some series of 5. This series will not involve weight. Okay, so we're just going to do this pretty basic. So as you come down, good. When you're ready, good. So going into your single leg stretch, we've also already done a version of this when we did chest lift. But from here, I'm zipping up. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to come up. Good. Right knee in, left leg long, pull, reach. Both hips stay grounded and switch. And inhale and exhale. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And bring that down. Single straight leg stretch coming up. Good. Grabbing where you can grab. Other leg's going to come long. No pulses today. Just a pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And bring that down. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Double leg stretch. I like to start this one and knees in. Again, you can start this in a Pilates V. So when you take your legs long in a V, it's more challenging if that's where you want to take it. Otherwise, stay in parallel. So I'm going to come up here to start. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And bring it down. Good. Double straight leg stretch, different things for different people. You can bring that pad in for the low back if you need it. You can sit on your hand. Upper body can be grounded. You can be C curve. You choose. Legs can be in parallel or Pilates V for most challenge. I'm going to keep my upper body grounded today, but I'm going to take my legs in V, so you choose yours. Good. Watch the pelvis. It does not rock. Go to your range of motion. Belly button in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And inhale. Good. Take that back and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Crisscross. We've done variations of this already. Legs are going to be the same as single leg, hands behind the head. Remember, elbows are out wide. We lead with the shoulders. Okay, hips stay grounded. We're going to do these slow. When we go too fast, the hips start to pop up. This is rotation. Okay, rotation. So from here, I'm going to come up and go to my right first. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And take that down. All right. Roll over on to your belly, on to the belly. I'm going to take my light weight with me for this one. Good. So for here, good. What I'm going to do is we're going to do a few swans, and then we're going to do some delt lifts. So I'm just going to leave these weights right here. Good. Starting with my hands under my shoulders and coming forward and to the side a little bit, rolling shoulders back. Legs are about hip width apart. Feet don't leave the floor. And then from here, maybe you lift a little bit. No crunching. Shoulders are down. Or maybe you lift a little bit more. There you go. Where you go. Nice abdominal wall stretch here too. So we'll take that down. Good. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So I'm going to take my weights here. I've got my palms facing the floor. And I'm going to kind of take them into a V. So I'm kind of touching my weights in my hands to the edge of the mat. This can also be done without weight. And then from here, once you're ready, good. Belly button is in nice and tight to protect that back. Arms are going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Lower those weights, hands under the shoulders, press back, child's pose. Ooh, good. Once you're ready here, we're going to prepare for side series. So lower body tends to be a little bit more stronger than the upper. So if you want to bring in one of your heavier ones here, you can. It may not be comfortable doubling up two weights here, but you are free to try. Different people use different things as weights. So you can be here, you can be here, you can be down here or even here. This is where I'm going to be. Good. Bottom knee can be bent or long. That's going to be a little bit more challenging. And before you start and add in the weight, good. You want to be able to do this on your hip bone, not back here on the glute. Okay, so if you're on your hip bone, it should feel like you're going to fall forward if you're in the right spot. So, actually, I'm going to bend that bottom knee today. Good. So from here, we'll do some lifts. I've got that weight. Good, right on the side. Belly button is in. And play today, if you normally do a point, do a flexion. If you normally do a flexion, do a point. Good. And we're going to lift. 1, 2, belly button is still in here. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, from here, you're up a little bit, but maybe not your highest. Turn everything kind of inward a little bit, and we're going to bend. And we're going to shoot out. 1, driving through hip and heel. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, we're going to do some small circles here with the weight. We'll do a bigger circle in a moment. So when you're ready, let's just do 4 to each side. There's 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Remove that weight. Belly button in. Take them larger. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend that knee, grab that foot, ankle, shin, your pants, whatever it is, and take that knee behind you. Knee and foot are behind you. You're getting that nice quad stretch in the front of that thigh. Once you're ready, good. As we transition, we're going to come onto our back. Good. And come onto the back. So whatever leg you just had on top that we were working, cross that ankle over the other knee and find a nice figure 4. So that might be here. It might be here. You might be finding upper body stays grounded here. That's too much. I'm going to be right here. Woo! Really got into that hip on that side. It's okay to rock your figure 4 if you would like. Whenever you're ready, good. We'll take that down. We'll roll over to the other side. I'm going to come up and over just so that my back is not to you. Good. Try to do the same thing with your arm here and the bottom leg on this side that you did on the other side, so you can train as evenly as possible. Otherwise, your weaker side will always stay weaker and your stronger side will always stay stronger. So finding your hip position, you're on the hip bone, not back on the glute. So for me, that was here. I'm going to take my weight right here. Good. And I did a point, I think, on the other side. So I'm going to try to find that here. And here we go. 6, 5, almost said 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now lower just a little bit. Hit knee and toe turn inward. We're going to bend and shoot out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So here's the tiny little circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that weight. Big circle. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend in that knee. Grab where you need to grab. Foot and knee go behind you. Hip maybe rock forward. Find that quad stretch. And then once you're ready, because we're going to come back onto our backs again. Okay. So whatever leg was on top, that ankle you're going to cross over. You're welcome to stay here if that's enough. Or you can bring it in. Find yours. Upper body stays grounded here. Woo-hoo-hoo. This side is not usually my tighter side, but it is today after that series. Makes me glad that we're doing this stretch right now. Much needed. And then once you're ready, we'll release. Good. Now from here, one more time, roll onto the belly. We are done with the weight. So I'm just going to take that one to the side. Okay. Come here, and we're going to find a plank. Now you can do this on forearms here, if you would like, or hands. Just know that from the plank, we're going to go to a down dog standing, and we'll finish with a few Pilates push-ups here. So from here, whenever you're ready, good. Find your plank in the way that you need to find it. Knees down, knees lifted, forearms or hands. Find length in that torso. Press back through the heels. Unless your knees are down, then you can't do that. So belly button is in. We're breathing. Good. Now with bent knees or long legs, find your downward facing dog. One more opportunity. Get a nice backside stretch here, maybe in the hips or the hamstring. Your heels do not have to be down like mine. Shoulders are away from the ears. Elbows are facing forward. And then from here, I'm going to bend my knees as I walk my hands back towards my feet, pressing into my feet. And then I'm just going to come to standing, reaching, reaching, reaching. Now from here to go into the Pilates push-ups. If you're newer, have a back issue, use feet parallel hip width apart. Closer together and together is a little bit more challenging. The Pilates V is going to be the most challenged. To really zip up, arms are going to stay by the ears. And I'm going to pretend I'm diving over a beach ball here. I'm trying not to take the hips behind me. It's better to bend the knees. And then once I come down, I'm going to walk that out to my plank. Good. Knees down or lifted. Elbows come straight back. Halfway. Push up 1. Push up 2. Walk it back. Bent knees or long legs. Stopping the hips over the ankles. Good. And you can walk the hands up, or you can keep your arms by the ears. I'm going to walk up on this first one, coming all the way up with a little bit of a back bend. And we'll do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Diving over that beach ball. Scooping that belly button. Good. Walking it out to the plank. Good. Knees down or lifted. Elbows forward. Here we go. Push up 1. Push up 2. And we'll walk that back. Good. Hips up over the ankles. Good. And then from here on this one, I'm really going to press into the feet. Coming all the way up. Coming up. And nice little opening. Good. From here, coming to the center of your space. Final little stretch. Big inhale, and we'll reach. Exhale, good. And one more side bend to the side. Doesn't matter what side you go to. Good. And then coming up. And other side. And coming back. If you need another little stretch here, you can take that. And then maybe hands behind, opening up the elbows behind you. Way to go. You made it through this Pilates mat work class with weight. I hope you had a great workout and I hope to see you again really soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.